It's the midday of the week, and I am, of course, super excited to welcome you to another special edition of your one stop show for celebrities, interviews, everything fun, premium content, and what have you. Here on Nka, which means art. Yeah, Nka is an Igbo word, and it means art in English. It's just about the absolute best. So we only bring the best of the best to your doorstep. My name is Rochelle, and of course, tonight we are going to be having ourselves a great time on the show. So make sure you stick around. We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, I'm going to be letting you in into all the amazing things that we've got for you tonight. And of course, who is the beautiful guest that I am going to be having tonight? Stay tuned. Nka is going to be right back. Welcome back. You are still watching Nka here on Afia TV, showing live on DSTV channel 254 and of course on GoTV channel 17. So it's now time for us, to get it going, get it moving very fast with all the great content that we've got for you on the show tonight. Like I earlier said, I am going to be having myself a beautiful female guest on the show today. And it's time for us to unveil who this person is and also get to meet her, have a chit chat, play game, have fun and do every other thing that we are supposed to do here on the show. So today I've got a fashion artist and a model joining me virtually all the way from Lagos City. A friend would call it Lagos because they like planes in that town. Let's just stick to Lagos. Yeah, so she's joining us from Lagos, and her name is Tejiri Duke. God help me. I hope I got it correctly this time around. Hi, Tejiri.
Hello.
Okay, please. Don't tell me I got it wrong this time around. Did I?
Yeah, you got it right.
I got it right.
Yes.
I'm getting there. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Do you always
How
have
are
this
you?
happy and smiley face?
I actually always do.
Are you serious? It's so contagious.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm having a bad day, just looking at your face, I should forget about the bad times, and just be happy. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. I can see, all the Pamaramba and all of that. It's so good to have you here. Hello, Tejiri.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear me?
Can you? Yeah, I can hear you. I said thank you so much. Connection is quite
Okay.
messy.
So, as a curious cat that I am, I want to know what tribe are you? The name Tejiri, it doesn't even ring any bell. So, help me out.
Oh, the full name Organete is
Oh,
Delta State.
oh, Delta State. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just made it short for us by cutting it to Tejiri, just leaving it at Tejiri Duke.
Tejiri. Or sometimes I actually go as still under the name. So I cut it to the last 4 letters of my name, which is Jiri sometimes. So you can also call me Jiri.
Okay, that's not bad. I love the name, by the way. So let's get talking. We've got Tejiri here, and she's a fashion artist and also a model. So can you tell us about you? Your personal background, your life, before we get into life. Let's start from there. At least for a start, let's have that basic knowledge first before we get to every other thing.
Well, my name is Ogene Tejiri, as you already said. I'm from Nigeria.
We know.
I'm Nigerian from Delta State. I grew up in Warri. I schooled in State. I
Wait.
served
Grew up in Warri and you're sounding this calm. Is that how people over there sound?
I've been worried. I'm sorry, girl, no, I was
Because all the stories I've heard about Warri, it's not a soft one. So anytime I hear that someone is from Warri or I see someone from Warri, like there's this raz that I expect from them. But you're quite different. So go ahead with your story. Hi, Tejiri. Are you still there?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I'm
can hear
here.
you
I
now.
got cut
Yes.
off.
So continue. You
Yes.
say you
Sorry
you
about.
grew up in Warri.
Yes,
What next? Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Then I moved to Ocean State at some point to school. Then
Okay.
I served in Lagos and started to move my career here in Lagos because it was like this is where my career is actually the hub of my career. So I decided to move to Lagos and settle down here in Lagos.
Hmm. All right. So you do two things that complement each other. You're a fashion artist and a model, and I know these two things like they work hand in hand. So between fashion and modeling, which one, like, which would you say was your first love before you diverted to the other part?
I don't want to be biased, but fashion has always been my love, my one and only love.
The one I only love.
I guess.
Someone is
Yes, I can say
listening.
that came out of
Okay.
modeling came out of necessity. It was maybe because of the way I looked, and people just assume, okay, are you a model? You should
Okay.
model that kind of thing. So I
Okay.
just got into modeling by accident. I can say that, but fashion has always been my first love. Creating, making stuff, making creating has always been my passion. So modeling came along the line for me. So it was all about making stuff. Not particularly just fashion. I tend to, when I see something, I'm always curious, like how was this thing made? What was the craft that went into this thing? And my curiosity always got the best of me, and I tried to like do stuff and recreate things. And I always got joy from creating, and that has always been my passion. Modeling came along the line out of necessity, and it, as you said, complemented my fashion
Okay.
career.
So it was
So I
very
just
easy
went
for
into
you. You could also model your dresses, your wears.
yes, yeah, yeah. I felt like I had the stature for it, so that came naturally. I didn't have to like learn or anything. It just came
Okay.
in,
Okay.
and
And then
I
when it
sort of
comes to the fashion industry, right? Hello, Tejiri, can you hear me? When it comes to the
yeah, I can
fashion industry, it's either you undergo a certain series of trainings, maybe on sketching, on
yeah.
sewing. So, how did your own story start? I know it has always been your thing, like you rightly stated. So, how did yours, like, how did this journey start?
Okay. I would say I had a very artistic gene. First off, my sister is an artist. I don't even know who we got it from, but I and my sister we've been like from the get go. But sketching and fashion came with practice for me. I'm majorly self-taught. I maybe took a couple of classes that didn't even work out for me, but over the years, I did trial and error. I watched YouTube, I watched videos online, I watched tutorials online, and try and error, practice, practice, and I felt like that's what built my craft practice majorly. Yeah.
I've seen your work, right? And you want to tell me tonight that all those things, all the works that you've done, you did
Yeah.
them out of self learning and, trial and error. How did you make that happen? Do you have a jazz or there is something special in your stew? the
Well,
way I
I would
see it,
say yes.
the way I see it as a very complicated work that you need to learn from someone who is a pro. I don't see like something you can just do on your own and learn. So it's a bit surprising and also shocking to hear from you that it was more
Yeah.
of self-taught, trial and error. Wow, that must have taken a
I
whole.
tried to learn. Well, I think during my GS3 break, after I write the GS3 exam, I had like 3 months break. And the last 1 month, my mom enrolled me in a fashion school. And honestly, it didn't work out for me. I didn't learn a lot. I remember going home crying one day and I was like, I'm no longer interested
What
in this
happened?
thing.
Your mother
But
she wasn't a nice person or what? Because I know it's always the
I don't
problem.
know. I learn better when I task myself. Like learning
Okay.
process for me is a little different from other people. So
Oh, okay.
I had to study the way I learn, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm self-taught. because you actually learn from people. I learned from people. I learned from people online, people posting video. If there was no YouTube, there was no internet, I'm not sure I'll be where I am today. But I took my time. I would say it's most, I invested time. I invested time in my passion. I knew I had to learn. And I'm also a perfectionist. So even if I try something, I know it's not good enough, I'll go back and say, okay, I did it like the first time. What will I do differently to make it better? And I think that also helped me because I invested a lot of time and I wanted my craft perfect a lot of time. So I think that helped me to build my craft over time.
You know, when I learned that you were the person coming on the show today, I just told myself, all these fashion artists, these fashion designers, I have a special problem with you people because you people have a thing with disappointment. Someone said we need to bring out a whole day and drag telos like fashion designers because oh, the kind of mayhem that you people have unleashed in this world, even Jesus Christ can't solve it. Like he can't even come through. So I hope you are not one of those people that give people heart attack.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie and say no, I'm not one of them. But the truth is,
Uh-huh.
um, I'm also like a last minute person. I would say I work well under pressure. So most of the time I like to like wait it out and wait for that last minute pressure.
Are
But
you serious
I always
now?
love to be
You are
I
boldly
always
and
love
proudly saying this thing on
to
air.
so I understand when tailors
So you want to give someone high
like
blood pressure first before you deliver the
it's
person's
not
work.
so I don't think I've disappointed anybody. My clients can testify to that. I always deliver 100 over
Okay.
100 every
Hmm.
yes.
But you know
But
that
I think
that
it's
moment
that's
of
the one.
waiting, that moment of waiting, that last minute. How is it like from your client side? Like, how do they take it? How do they come for you?
Hmm.
I
As long
understand.
as I have that thing comes with tailoring, like that last minute thing comes
Mm.
with tailoring. But me personally, I don't like to fail people. I do not like to fail. Like I feel really bad if I fail people. So that fear of disappointing doesn't really let me get to that last minute. I usually just time myself. Like I have like a subconscious timer in my head. I know, okay, for example, I know I've not drawn a pattern for, I've not done this thing before, and I don't really know the time. I would maybe give myself a time and give myself an extra time to like adjust if anything happens. So I think that helps me not to be like a basic everyday tailor.
Mm. Mm. I see what you're trying to do. Trying to make
I
ends
think I
meet for you and your colleagues. I see what you're doing. Keep it up. Keep doing that. So far so good. How has the fashion business, been for you? Hmm. That deep breath. Uh-huh.
fashion business was something I had to like take my time to study because there's one thing with being creative and there's another thing making a business out of your creativity. And I would say the last 2 to 3 years, that's when I actually really got into fashion business. And honestly, it's it's still coming. I would say you have to build yourself to a particular level in fashion where you can you can like build or demand like a certain level of value. I don't know if you understand me. Like you have to show your worth to be able to determine the prices of your stuff. So over time, I spent my extra time building my excellence, building my work, my skill in such a way I can demand value for my work. So fashion business is not really easy for creatives like me. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm doing myself in present day. I'm still trying to get to the level I know I deserve in the business of fashion.
Okay.
I know it very soon, or I'll say I'm still building myself when it comes to
You're
business
definitely
of
going
fashion.
to get there. Yeah, I'm certain about that. So let's talk about your creative process. Now, let's
Okay.
assume that I, Rochelle, I walk up to you right now and say, "Oh, Tejiri, I have this event coming up. Okay, so I want to come up with something. So I want to know, like, I've given you what I want, an idea of my kind of event and the kind of thing I would love to wear to that event. So how do you get inspiration on what to create? Because you do not only sketch, you sketch and also sew. So how do you get the inspiration of what to sketch, what to create? Where what's the source all about? Where do you get your source from?
Most of the time, I get a lot of inspirations in my dream.
In
Most
your
of the
dream.
time.
So it's safe to call you Joseph the Dreamer.
Yes, I can do. I can say that. But most of the time, I'm always on Pinterest. I'm always on Instagram because
Okay.
mostly it's what I see, what I envision during the day that I get. My brain gets to like develop in my sleep. I don't know if you understand me.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of research. I like to go see like what people have done before. Say you want like a design, I'll discuss with you, see what you want, your thought pattern. I'll share some ideas, some pictures with you. I'll also expect you to share some pictures and samples with me. And I can go back to my drawing board and put things together and create like a vision. And if it doesn't come like immediately, I can maybe sleep over it, process it, let it marinate in my head, and I take a pen and paper and bring it to life. And
So,
I share it with my class.
okay.
Like it, we can.
Uh, okay. I get. So, what if someone gives you something now and there's no time for you to sleep or for you to dream? What's going to happen?
Yeah, that's why I said. Yeah, usually I'm almost always online. My gallery, I have like almost 10,000
Okay.
pictures. In
Okay, so if it's not the dream, you could go to Pinterest,
It's solid.
Instagram.
Yes, I have a solid archive on my phone of like different inspirations. I'm always online searching for like new inspiration because honestly, there's actually nothing new on the earth. It's just you taking what's already there
And
and building,
interpret it, yeah, modify it.
making it. Yes. So adding your sauce to it. Let me use your vocabulary.
Okay, all right. I saw your latest design work on your IG. Can you tell me
Yeah.
about that particular design? You know, you were looking like what would I ever say you look like? So tell me, what's up with that particular project?
So that particular project, it was I was invited for a movie premiere, and the theme of the movie premiere was Royal Warrior. I was also styling for somebody else, so I had time to like develop her own design. And when it came to doing my design, I was like, I didn't really have the time to like marinate and think. So I just went on Pinterest and generated an AI picture, and I decided to like replicate that same image. And I feel like I killed it, and I loved the way it
You
came
actually
out at the
killed
end.
it. You did. You killed it. So what was it that you held in your hand? Was that a staff or what was it?
It's a sword.
A sword.
It's a sword.
Okay.
I handmade it myself.
So
It's
how did
not.
you create that sword? What did you use to make it? It looks like you
I
used a metal or something.
had to carve the insulation foam. I had to paint it to look like a metal. I had to like. One second. Let me get it. I have it right here.
Okay. He wants to get something for us. Okay.
So this is actually like it's foam.
Okay. Oh,
So
a foam.
it's like I have it to look like metal because it's actually not metal. It's really soft and it's pliable. So I
Okay.
had to paint it and add some leather detailing to it. And
Wow.
how else?
You're
I
really good at
or
what
what?
you do. Ah.
Thank you.
You're really good because sometimes when people come up with things, you be like, okay, how were they able to come up with this thing? Like, you're really a creative person. So let's talk about your personal style of fashion. You know, some persons like it very simple, some like it dramatic, Some people want
Mhm.
when they walk into the room and all eyes are on them. Ooh, who is this person? What's happening? So if you were to define your own personal style of fashion, what would it be? What's the definition gonna look like?
I would say unique.
Unique, okay?
I like to be unique. I like to stand out. The first thing that inspired me to get into fashion was the fact that if I watch something, I really don't like seeing that same thing on another person. Like close
Okay.
of every
One of the issues
that
we
is
have
my
out there.
that I said unique is like the number
Hmm.
one word for me. I like to be unique. I like good fitting clothes
Okay.
and I like to stand out. So I don't really have like a particular style because it comes with season, it comes with my mood. Sometimes I like to go all black like I am now. Sometimes I like to do like colors. Sometimes I like to do shapes. Sometimes I like modest fashion. I like not modest fashion sometimes.
So it
So
all
I'm
depends
very
on the mood and where you're going to.
yes, I'm where and the events, yes.
Okay, and the event as well. Okay, it's good. You stay in Lagos. Lagos is the hub of the fashion industry. So you actually have room and also an enabling environment for you to explore. So what does it feel like, being a fashion person in Lagos? I don't know, does it feel different?
Well, I'd say it could be overwhelming sometimes because as much as I might look very social and like out there, I'm also an introvert. So I might not be always out there. I would say the advantage of being in Lagos for me is because I'm in the hub of fashion and I like to explore my fashion and I'm around like the media and artists and celebrities and popular people that can wear whatever and wear like statement pieces all the time. So I feel like Lagos gives me the enabling environment to style these people that can actually rock my pieces. I would say that's the advantage of being in this city because I get to like meet people that are out there and get to style them, get to shop for their wardrobes and create pieces for them.
All right, talking about media. I heard from somewhere. I don't know, but I just heard that you were once a presenter. So tell me about it. What made you to run away? Okay, I don't know if you ran away though, but what happened? What happened to that part of you, that side of you? Because when I asked you to tell us about Tejiri, I purposely asked that question, and you didn't at any point, make mention of the media part of you. So what's up with that? And what happened? Like, where are we? Why did you leave us?
Well, media for me was by accident. Civil modeling was by accident.
Media by accident.
It happened. I think when I wanted to go into media, I was looking to go into like production or something behind the scene, but
Okay.
I don't know what plunged into presenting. I learned a lot, and it actually opened my eyes to being more out there, and it's also helping the fashion part of my business. But at the point I was in media, I felt like it was I was not giving it my all. I was not like I said, I'm a perfectionist. I like to be the best at what I do. And for me, I was not like the
This is not
very
really it
best.
for you. Like you needed to change and go back to where you belong to, which is fashion
Just
designing.
has
Okay. All right. So
maybe
can you
let
hear
me
me?
know close the doors.
Okay.
Maybe I could go back there eventually. But for now, I felt like I wanted to hone my. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I wanted to own my craft in fashion and like grow it. Then maybe eventually, if my path leads back to media or presenting, why not? Because it was fun while it lasted. I enjoyed my time there. I got to meet a lot of people, which is
Mm.
helping.
A lot of people like who and who.
Well, while I was on, let me brag a little. Yeah, I was hosting with one present BBN star, King Yemi. I don't know if you know him, of course.
Okay.
He was hosting with him at that point. And it was fun. I was hosting a show for movie reviews. So I got to review movies. I think that was even opening doors for me, getting like some movie gigs and getting to show myself in movie premieres. And I'm still getting gigs from that. So I know it's like a gateway to the industry. So I'm still looking forward to doing more work in presenting as time goes on.
Okay. We also look forward to have you back in the media industry. But before then, let's talk about some fun fact things about fashion. So you are a fashion enthusiast, you fashion artist and a model. So let me ask, what's your everyday fashion accessory?
My everyday story that I cannot do without would be I like rings for some weird
Rings.
reasons.
Do you have any on? Oh, okay.
I love
So you don't
it.
mind spending all your money on rings?
I have a whole row of rings actually.
Okay.
I have a
So
lot
what's
of
what's
rings.
the highest amount of money you've spent on a fashion item? Like the outrageous amount of money you spent on a fashion item that whenever I remember you'd be like, Tejiri, did you just do this?
Okay, I would not say one item or a group of items. Am I supposed to state the amount?
Yeah, please tell us. I want to know. Tell me.
Um, let's say $800.
What? 800? I
Oh, but
Which of the fashion item is that?
like I said, I have a whole drawer of rings. I let me confess, it was an excuse. I was trying to wardrobe because I'm styling like artists and whatnot, so I had to like build a collection of
Okay.
jewelries, like invest
Mm-hmm.
number of. So that was my excuse, Sha. But yeah.
Okay. Your excuse is quite pardonable. It's your money, and it's something you love. And I don't know, something is telling me that you are even going to do worse. Like once you have
But
that ability to do so, you are going to do more. I can
looking
say it's written all over you. Okay, so the last question I'm going to ask, before we move over to other things that we've got on the show, when it comes to the fashion industry, who are your biggest influencers?
first person that popped in my head without thinking was this thing called fashion.
This thing called
I
fashion. Yeah, I know her. Tajiri, are you still there? Okay. The network is trying to play a smart one on us, but we're not going to allow that to happen. I just hope that Tajiri joins us sooner than later. Okay, so while we wait for Tajiri to reconnect with us, we're going to go on a short break. When we come back, she would finish that particular question and then we move over to every other thing that we've got on the show tonight. It's still Unka, and tonight we have ourselves a fashion artist and model all the way from Lagos. Her name is Tejiri Duke. And my name still remains Rochelle. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we have plenty things that will come your way. Make sure you do not go anywhere. Yes, of course, you're still watching Unka here on RPA TV. So Tejiri has reconnected with us. Let's get back to her and hear what she has to say about the persons who are her role models in the fashion industry in Nigeria. Hi, Tejiri, are you still there?
Hello, I'm
Okay,
here.
welcome back. So
Yeah.
please, you were saying something. Yeah, you mentioned this
Yes.
thing called fashion. So,
Yes.
who and who
I
again?
love, I love the way she's taking like fashion and content creation. I love the way she's bringing up the game because I don't think I've seen anybody do it like her. She's not like your basic fashion like model person, but she's doing it so well that even those people that you expect to be raising the game
Mm-hmm.
are not.
Can I
She's
miss it?
killing it. I love her for that. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. We've come to the end of this segment of the show. There are different segments. I know they didn't inform you, but don't worry, you're gonna be fine. So we are moving on with the next segment of the show. So I don't know whether you're gonna like some of the things you're going to see or not, but this is a segment where we get to surprise our guests. A heartfelt surprise. So are you ready for our heartfelt surprise?
Okay.
Okay. Why are you quiet?
I don't know.
What are you thinking of?
Surprise.
Okay, just relax. Do not be scared, right? We're not going to
Okay.
do anything bad to you. Not possible. So let's see. Keep looking at your screen. Let's see what's gonna pop up. Okay. Who is this girl? Who is this gorgeous girl?
God. Oh
Where did you take this picture? Oh, okay.
okay. It was my mother's days. One day.
Okay.
That was a fashion job I had.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fashion girl herself. You also love artwork too.
Artwork at gallery.
Okay. I see. the modeling, the modeling part
Yes.
of you.
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
When did you take this? Is this a recent
My
picture?
my room actually.
Okay. Wow. Let me see.
Oh,
Ah, wow.
the block. Yeah.
This is giving goddess vibe. That picture, it gives goddess
Yeah.
vibe.
That, yeah. Was giving Queen of Dragons.
Okay, I
Oh
love
yeah.
this. I love
I
this.
can't stop smiling.
I love this. Ah,
Oh.
wow. Hi. Oh my god. I'm even blushing.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're
I did
getting
yours.
there.
Oh yeah. Afro girl. Me like it. Oh. Yeah.
Like, is this your favorite hairstyle?
Yes. It's
Okay.
more like yes.
Enjoyment minister, I've caught you.
I was good. Ooh.
What's happening here? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this in Abuja? It looks like somewhere in Abuja.
Abuja. Oh, you know your places.
Eh? The what? What did you say?
Your places. You know your places.
I don't know anywhere. But it just looked familiar though. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. You've got a good body.
Yeah.
I know you do hear this every time, but let me just tell you, I like your body type.
Thank you.
Okay. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed our heartfelt surprise tonight.
Guys.
Okay, so it's time for us to play games on the show. And our number one rule is that you do not skip any of the games. You are going to play it from beginning to the end. Is that
Okay.
a yes or no? Are you agreeing to it?
Let's do this.
Let's do this, right? I love that energy. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to be starting off with the rating game. And on the rating game, we'll give you names of people that do things, same things with you. So you tell us Specifically, who is your best and who is your worst? Hmm? You call the person's name and you add the best tag. Yeah, so you're going to be rating from best to worst these X top models. We have Anabana, we have Adeze Igwe Yobo, we have Monachi Abi, we have Agbani Darego. So who are you rating your best and who are you rating your worst? Tejiri. Oh God, is this network again? Oh, okay. So let's keep waiting and see if Tejiri is going to rejoin us. So she tell us who she's rating best and who she is rating worst. Hi Tejiri, are you there? All right, let's go on a short break while we wait for Tejiri to reconnect with us and finish what she has started because she told me that she is super ready for the game and I don't like what this network is doing. I hate it. Let's go on a short break and while coming back, I'm going to come in with Tejiri. All right, Tejiri has rejoined us, so let's get back to the rating game. Yeah, we're playing the rating game. Tejiri.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
so were you able to get the names that I mentioned?
Yeah, I had Agbani. She's already number one.
Oh, she's your best. Okay. Uh-huh. And who's number
Yes.
two?
Do I remember?
Okay, I called Anabana, Adeze Igwe Yobo, Monachi.
Yeah, Anabana is number two.
Okay.
Monachi, three.
Then four is who?
Yeah. Is there anybody else apart from her?
No, just her. So we have our best
Yeah,
one,
so
remaining the worst.
she's not the worst, but she just didn't make it to the top.
You're saying that because there is no time, so I'll just have to let you go. I didn't even have time. We have slug it out here on the show. So the last game we are going to be playing is the impression game. We don't have time. We'll just have to rush it. So tell me, who's your favorite
Okay.
performer? Whether a singer, an actor, or a comedian, but who is your favorite performer?
Dirty the Dating.
Who?
His name is Dirty the Dating.
Okay.
He's an artist.
No, good and fine. I love the fact that you chose that person. So in not less than 30 seconds, right? You are going to be acting or mimicking the person that you choose. Yeah. The shock on her face. What's on your mind?
I don't have a good voice. He's
no
a
problem,
very
no problem.
awesome.
We don't expect it to be perfect, but just do something. Do something.
All right, let me try.
Yeah.
Orekelewa, ọmọ tèmi, my forever sweet Valentine. Ọlọ́run wọ́n sọ wá pọ̀ lágbára Elédùmarè àyíkúká sẹ́yìn. Ta ló bá mi rọ́mọ? Baby me. I think that's
it feels like you're dedicating this song to someone. Is there someone you're dedicating it to?
Yes, my baby.
Your baby. Hey, your baby. Tell me, who is the baby? Please give me hints. Who is the baby?
My baby knows. My baby knows.
Who is that baby? Just, okay, tell me the first letter of the person's name. What's
B. That's for baby. B for baby.
It's serious person, Tejiri. Tejiri, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you very much for blessing us with your happy self. Yeah. And walking us through your creative career. Thanks a whole lot for joining us. Not minding that, we had obstacles, but you still made it to the end of the show. Thank you.
Despite we had fun and I loved it. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.
Bye.
Okay, we've come to the end of the show tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. It was indeed an amazing one. I had fun with Tejiri, who joined us all the way from Lagos City, Lagos, according to my friend. Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow is going to be another day. And until then, keep having yourself a good day, good time, spreading love, happiness, joy, and always watch Afia TV. My name is Rochelle. Until tomorrow, bye for now. Bye bye.